stuff that's happening in Ukraine right now. Then stop and listen, because the answer is not obvious at all. Because the war did not start almost 3 years ago. No, it started 10.5 years ago. Exactly 10.5 years ago today. Today, today in 4 days we're gonna honor the Independence Day, but also a half of year for honor of memory of all those who died 10 years ago that started the rebellion, the fight for the true independence. True independence. Heavenly 107 people who died on the central square of Kiev for freedom of choice and for bright future of people of Ukraine. I remember those events very clearly, as I was a child there, but I still remember. I remember how my uncle went there and how my mother cried and worried about whether he would be returned safe. Maidan. What is Maidan? Well, in Ukrainian it means square, but this square become the place of such incredibly important and powerful bloody events that it become a separate expression in Ukraine and in the world also. Maidan. By the way, this Maidan square called Independence Square. This is for you to understand the whole symbolism. What happened there, you ask? And that's what. Young people my age started a protest against the illegal decision of then corrupted President of Ukraine, Viktor Yanukovych, who refused to join the European Union. Instead, he wanted Ukraine to join the so-called customs union and become the same puppet of Kremlin, which unfortunately Belarus now. Those young people, and later all of the others, kept coming to the Maidan. The government at that time decided to act completely undemocratically, according to the Moscowite methods. So, this day, February 20, was remembered as one of the most bloody days of the Maidan. Berkut beats, shot and attacked ordinary people and civilians who simply resisted lawlessness. If you Google something about the Maidan right now, you will come across images of bloody events. Everywhere there was fire, screams, Molotov cocktails, wounded, dead, and armed Berkuts, and the death cry of independence. After those events, after the significant events of the Maidan, everything changed in our country. Yanukovych escaped and is still hiding somewhere in the swamps of Russia. And I don't really care about his face. I hope he's slaughtered in this mud. And our country is ruled by people and democracy, which we still strive for, but Russia does not want us to let go. They brought their dirty army into our lands and annexed territories under false labels and propaganda. Russia failed to make Ukraine a puppet, so it went to war. But we will not give up. We will fight to the end. We will return our lands. Because those 107 innocent people that we call the Heavenly 100 died for some reason. Those people who are dying now every day in Ukraine are dying for a reason, not in vain. Because my people are not gonna take it as it's supposed to be. We will take a revenge. We will take ours back and we'll take a revenge. Do you hear me, Russia? One day you will fail, and we see it now. The whole world already saw your bloody face. And we are not going to let you to continue doing your crimes in other countries. So fuck you, Russia. So, I call 10 years ago actually Ukrainian Independence Day because we finally got to rule our country. finally got to have a democracy in our country, to choose what we want, to choose the European course. And we finally got to fight with a true murderer and rapist Russian state. And you should know what the state is. In 4 days, it's really Independence Day of Ukraine, 35 years. I really want you to know that those 35 years were the years of our still fighting for the democracy. And before that, since Ukraine existed 100 years ago, even before Moscovian Tsarstvo, we existed as a Kievan Rus. We existed, but they stolen our history and continue to steal our history. Even their name is stolen. Even their everything stolen. And they continue to steal. But we are not gonna let it happen. Slava Ukraini!
Героям слава!